Hey guys, what's up? I'm Christian, that's Corey, and we are Super Kami Guru 9000, and this is our review of Naruto Manga 669, Madara vs. Guy. It delivered in every way, honestly, but he couldn't do it alone. There was a lot of awesome teamwork and strategizing happening in this, and Lee is not sad that Guy may die. And that was something that actually wasn't that surprising. That character is, they're just shonen characters. They're just down for people who are ready to sacrifice and show how powerful they are. So he's totally into that. But the one thing that really did catch me off guard before we get into like some of the specifics of the chapter is that Naruto kind of stole the thunder.
He did. This whole chapter was pretty much this guy wailing on Madara, and then at the very end, like after this really epic confrontation, Naruto just wakes up after a dime store symbolism water drop. And, it's okay because it was expected. We're waiting for Naruto to come back. But it really didn't drag the chapter that much. Like you said, this week's chapter was friggin' fantastic.
Great.
All the artwork,
Really good.
especially all of the action scenes involving Guy fighting against Madara, was thrilling, exciting, explosive, and awesome. I especially love the way that the Evening Elephant looks because it goes in line with all of his previous attacks. The Morning Peacock, he was punching. He had the big peacock feathers behind him. Afternoon Tiger was a big fucking tiger thing when he was fighting against Kisame. And now the Evening Elephant, whenever he punches, there's this like massive cylindrical elephant foot, and you can even see the toes on it, and it's really awesome. And unlike an actual large real-life elephant, Guy is moving around with so much speed and knocking Madara around. He's getting around his black chakra and punching him. And speaking of that black chakra, that's really like his most devastating abilities this week. Like even the group that's trying to go up against him, Minato, Gaara, Kakashi, that whole group, they even mentioned that, like, we have to get around that. We cannot get near his big black chakra balls. The last thing you want are Madara's big black balls in your face.
So some of the other things that I thought were really interesting in this was the actual art style they chose with the Midnight Elephant. I was kind of expecting like an elephant's face, kind of like his tiger move, but they chose to just use an elephant's foot, which in some ways feels like it's the easier way. It's just a circle with, it's just a big cylindrical sort of drawing. And I kind of wanted like an elephant's face, with its tusks, maybe.
Oh, no, I was definitely expecting maybe like a tusk or a trunk or something.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking something along those lines. But I guess Peacock doesn't necessarily look like a bird's face or anything, like, so I understood they had the ability and the creative license to do the things they did with that. But that was something that I found very interesting. And also the teamwork, Corey.
The teamwork was awesome because it was really complex at first. I almost didn't understand it, like, because everybody is sort of using like their big signature move, but they're combining it with someone else's abilities. So like, Guy is charging Madara. He's getting ready to just like deck his lights out. And Minato has this plan where he's going to have Rock Lee go through his transformation sequence where he opens his gates, which is awesome, by the way, because I've been wanting Rock Lee to do something for so long, and he already had that one moment where he punched, or actually he kicked Madara when he was in Edo Tensei, and now he's back and he's alive, so when he hits him now, he's going to feel it. But this is pretty much all Guys here. But what's going to happen is Rock Lee is going to throw this kunai right in front of Guy.
He finally did something. He threw a kunai.
He did! Wow, that's pretty awesome. That's like the most ninja-y thing he has done so far in the series. And then Minato teleports that, and he makes those chakra balls go away, because remember, chakra balls in your face, that's bad. And then suddenly we have Gaara, who is using his sand for Kakashi to ride on so he can get close enough to use his Kamui, because he's in Strugglesville. He can't see that well right now because he's been using Kamui like a million times over the course of this war. And he's able to like take a part of that shield that Madara made, like a little hole, and this gives a Guy a chance to jump in and give him a nice solid punch, which sends Madara flying across the battlefield, skidding across the ground, and oddly enough, he gets right up and he is getting off on it. He's bleeding from the mouth. He's like, I haven't had a fight this good since the first Hokage. It's kind of annoying that he's not that hurt from it, but it's definitely the most damage that we've seen put on him in the entire series, aside from like the flashbacks with the first Hokage.
Yeah, it also seems like Madara's never really been challenged like this. Obviously, we've seen the flashbacks with him against the first, and he lost that battle, so he was obviously challenged there. But I mean, usually it's someone surprises him with a move, but not like a series of moves. They don't usually like slam him into the ground 4 times like this. So it's good to see Madara actually, having a challenge, and actually like the good guys have some hope against this character. And then, the end with Naruto coming back. Obviously, there's a lot of things there. We can speculate really heavily. He has all the chakra from all the different tailed beasts now, so he could, technically have a mini Ten-Tails in him, you know, or have the whole setup that Madara has and Obito had.
I mean, they're still definitely building up Naruto to be like the next Sage of the Six Paths.
Yeah, they obviously are. There's something going on there. I think that may get cut to next chapter, but I really hope not. Let's have this.
I can see next week's chapter being all about Obito talking to Naruto and them reconciling their shit.
Shaking hands.
Which they're going to have to do that, you know, eventually. They can't avoid that forever. But I would like them to sort of conclude what's going on with Guy. Just because, you know, we don't know the time limit of how long he can use this ability. You know, I'm guessing, you know, typical anime time, 5 minutes is the limit for this. But, you know, 5 minutes in anime and manga can be stretched out to so long. And considering how fast Guy is moving, especially in that one scene when they're all helping each other, that's all happening, like, within the span of just, like, maybe a second. So that just shows. But otherwise, as an action fan of manga and anime and as a Naruto fan, this one delivered on all fronts.
Absolutely.
Guy was awesome. All the artwork with Guy was cool. All of the hits were really impactful with Madara skidding across the ground and slamming into the craters and stuff. Just, you felt every hit. Rock Lee returning and opening up all of his gates was really, really awesome. If I only have one complaint, it's a very minor one. It's that they just feel the need to want to constantly explain how that ability works when they open up all the gates and that it can kill you if you use it.
Yeah.
We get it. I saw the tuning exam in the original series. They explained it in depth, very much so. You don't need to waste your time on that. But otherwise, that's the only blemish on this week's chapter, which otherwise was pretty damn awesome. And that's why I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. What about you?
I couldn't agree more. 9 out of 10 feels just about right, where it needs to be. Thank you so much for watching the video this week, guys. If you will, please leave a comment down below about what you thought about this chapter. We'd love to know. That's kind of the idea. We want a community here. Let us know what you thought. Also, follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Those links will be in the description box below. And if you haven't yet, thumbs up the video. Best way to support our stuff. And subscribe to the channel. Until next week, Super Kami Guru 9000, out.